Hey there guys, how's it going? Reaper here, and I'm back with another painting video, and we're doing another Reaper Bones mini. It is the Yuan-ti. It's one of the random ones you get in the Kickstarter. I have done all of them and a few different styles. There's an image on my Instagram page, which if you look in the description below is a link to that, but it was all done in roughly the same as this. It's just slightly different color schemes, but we primed it in our standard grey paint, and we're doing a angel green for the skin for this one. Angel green is basically dark angel green if you're using Citadel paints, which I'm not 100% sure if dark angel green is still a thing, but I know when I was used to use those paints that was definitely a thing, and this color is almost the exact same thing. But as you can see, I am just smothering all the scales in this thing, as we're going to try and keep this as simple as possible, because these are just rank and file minis. They're nothing like, they're not a centerpiece mini, so you want to get them done and on the table very quickly. And there we go, that is the bulk of the scales done. Now we're moving on to the underbelly of the snake, which is desert yellow, as it contrasts quite nicely with the actual green, as it's quite a light colour still, but once it's got all the wash on and everything sort of, I say highlight, I don't really highlight in this, I'm more dry brush afterwards, but once it's all done you can clearly see that contrast still, and it blends quite nicely at the same time. And there we go. As you can see, after a little bit of faffing trying to get into those nooks and crannies, I've managed to get the desert yellow done. And now I've moved on to leather brown, which is all the straps. The straps, the braces, the shoulder pad, and he does actually wear braces on both sides, but as I was sort of painting this, I didn't actually notice the bracer on the shield. So that actually stays green for the whole thing, but all the other ones I've realized this and done both. Now we're moving on to the metallics, and I figured all the metallics I do for all my minis is silver. Everything I do is just that silver, either the gunmetal or the plate mail, and wanted something a little bit different, so I'm going with true copper for this. And for game worlds, that's perfect. You can use that in literally any situation, because you don't know, possibly somewhere in this world iron is not very common at all, and copper takes over as the predominant material they use for things. Plus it sort of gives it a nice sort of Egyptian vibe, which snakes in Egypt just go together. And that's it. That is it for all the base coats now. Now we move on to the wash, and it is green tone, all scales. There we go, that is the skin completely covered. Now we're moving on to strong tone, which is everything else. So underbelly, all the metallics, and even the straps get this as well. And that is it for the washes. Now moving on to the dry brush stage, which normally I would highlight, but the way this model is, dry brushing is the easiest way of doing this. So I've just got some green skin, got most of it off the brush, and I'm just dragging it across the scales, which in the video you can't see too much, but it just clips all those edges and just makes everything sort of, adds a little bit more depth to it. But this is by no means an essential part. You could easily have left this mini as is now, and it will look perfect on the table and ready to go. There we go, now the skin is all dry brushed, I move on to desert yellow for the underbelly, and I get a little overzealous on this, and I actually get some of the paint on the straps, which is not that bad. It does still look right, but at the same time it's not amazing. But now we're moving on to plate mail metal for all the bronze. This was more of an experiment than actually trying to do something substantial, and dry brushing metallics is hard. Like, I thought I had nothing on my brush, but I'm basically painting this at the moment. And I didn't do that on any of the other Yuan-ti that I did. This is just the only one I do this on, and it works. It looks very metallic. Already skipped basically the entire of this color, but it is demonic yellow for the eyes. And then we move on to the end of the mini, which is matte black base. Now, as I was saying, with the other Yuan-ti that I painted up, I haven't dry brushed the metallics, as I just didn't see it working as well. Like, the wash works really well on a true copper, and I would recommend leaving it at that if you want. Obviously, it's entirely up to you guys anyway. You kind of see what it looks like before you do the dry brush, so it's whether you like it or not at that point. And there we go, that is the end of the mini. Like I said, check out Instagram for the other ones I've done with the variety of skin colors. But like, subscribe if you did enjoy, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.